How's it going, Raider Nation? Welcome back to another episode of the Raider Critique. I hope everything sounds good, man. I hope it's not too loud on the music aspects. Let's go ahead and jump on over to the stats. Motherfucker. Sorry, I know I'm taking a little while here. But we're going to move it on over to the stats over here where we're going to share the screen. Kenny Pickett, 16 of 28 for 235 yards at an 8.4 yard average, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He was sacked once for 7 yards. His whole quarterback rating was 108.5. Compared to Jimmy Garoppolo's 28 for 44, 324 yards at a 7.4 yard average. 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 4 sacks for 31 yards at a quarterback rating of 72.5. Josh Jacobs did show up today with 17 carries, 62 yards, and a 3.6 yard average. Ooh, that's a whole yard more than what he's been averaging all year. And then Jimmy Garoppolo also took off 2 times for 7 yards. Davante Adams had a hell of a day. And if there's anybody that I can actually honestly say on offense that I was really happy about, it was definitely Davante Adams and Jakobi Meyers, who both showed up in the receiving game. Davante Adams had 13 receptions for 172 yards. His average per catch was 13.2 yards per reception with 2 touchdowns, 32 being his long, and he was targeted 20 times, so he missed 7 passes. Jakobi Meyers was targeted 12 times with 7 receptions, 85 yards at a 12.1 yard average, which is actually pretty excellent for Jimmy G, man. Where, our top 2 receivers were averaging more than what he normally averages on a game-to-game basis. Jakobi Meyers' longest pass or pass reception was 18 yards. And then Josh Jacobs, 3 for 18. Hunter Renfrow, again, 2 targets, 2 receptions, 17 yards, his longest being 10 yards. DeAndre Carter, 1 for 16. That was actually a hell of a pass. Amir Abdullah, 2 for 16. And then Michael Mayer was targeted once. They said he didn't have a reception, but on a 2-point conversion, he was actually targeted, and they made the 2-point conversion, Michael Mayer seeing the end zone. Going defensively, it was pretty much even. Micah Fitzpatrick was their leading tackler, while Divine Diablo and Robert Spillane topped off our 2 leading tacklers. In total, the Raiders had 63 total tackles. 38 of those were solo. We had 1 sack, which was by Max Crosby, and that was for a 5 yard, for, I believe, how many yards was it? I don't know. We had 5 tackles for a loss. 3 pass deflections, which one of those, Marcus Peters, it should have been a pick 6. And we also hit the quarterback 5 times. We didn't get any interceptions, but of course, Levi Wallace had 2 picks on his own. And Patrick Peterson, the oldest corner in the league, also came away with an interception there against Jimmy Garoppolo. Special teams, pretty much speaks for itself. We had 5 punts for 262 yards by A.J. Cole at a 52.4 yard average. One of those was a touchback, and also one of those was inside the 20. 60 was his long. Harvin also had 6 punts for 323 yards for the Steelers at a 53.8 yard average. All 3 of those were inside the 20, and he didn't have a single touchback. So they did really well on that. Let's go over to the team stats, Raider Nation. And I think that, some of this might be a tall telling tale all on its own. We had more first downs than the Steelers. We had 19 compared to their 17. Passing touchdowns, they had 10. We had 12. Rushing first downs, they had 5. We had 4. First downs from penalties, we actually won in that category this week. We had 3 first downs from penalties to their 2. Third down efficiency, 4 for 13, Raider Nation. They had 6 for 15, which was still under 500, but it's still better than 4 for 13. And fourth down efficiency, we actually did something. We went 1 for 2, going 50%. We had 67 total plays for 362 total yards, 12 total drives compared to the 13, 5.4 yards per play, 293 passing, and rushing we had 69. Time of possession was dead even pretty much, 29.57 to 30.3. So we can't really blame it on time of possession. We can't really blame it on them getting better or more first downs than us. They made more plays than we made, Raider Nation. They made a lot more plays than we made, and not only did they make a lot more plays than what we made, but we were out-coached. We were literally out-coached. And that's my personal opinion about it. So let's hop on over to this, where I go into the backdrops that I've made, Raider Nation. And hey, if it's your first time here, don't let it be your last, man. Like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications for more Las Vegas Raiders content right here on the Raider Critique, where I tell the truth with intensity, and I don't drink the corporate Kool-Aid. And I've got a bunch of guys over here. I got a bunch of y'all over here in the chat that I actually haven't been taking a look at, man. I want to thank all y'all for jumping in, and I'm going to shout out every single one of you once I get through exactly what I'm talking about here. We go down to the motherfucking Squealers, 23-18, in a hard-fought game that looked like that we could not get anything together chemistry-wise. Davante Adams and Jimmy Garoppolo looked much better this week than they have in weeks past, but it still wasn't enough because we weren't getting any running game, and by God, I don't even think that we were getting any type of anything coming out of our offensive line this week. Our offensive line looked so bad. Run blocking, pass blocking, all the way around, we could not stop TJ Watt. We couldn't stop Jimmy Garoppolo from getting under duress, even though there was times when Jimmy Garoppolo had 4 or 5 seconds in the pocket and he would make a bad decision. This is so disheartening to watch this team get rolled up like this. I mean, but I can say this, at least we didn't get a 70 burger put up on us like the Denver Broncos. But still, to fall to the Steelers the way we did, in the second half, it looked a lot like last week. It looked like we had no motivation and no momentum, and it looked like the team just pretty much gave up and stopped wanting to play. Key interceptions, key turnovers at certain moments of the game seemed to deflate the defense when the defense really wasn't the issue here. Jimmy Garoppolo has had, besides the first week, all right, multiple turnovers. Now, there's times where this dude throws on a dime and he looks great. But then there are other times where there are overthrows. It looks like he's under duress, where he's actually forced to be made to force these decisions and into making, whether it makes it or breaks it, it breaks it more than it makes it. Now, there was one pass that he threw today where he threw it in quadruple coverage, and this guy literally, man, that was a beautiful pass. Only to come out on the next play and throw that shit into double coverage where the guy stepped in front of it and made an interception. A beautiful turn on the ball. Jimmy Garoppolo, to me, whether it's Derek Carr or Jimmy Garoppolo, I think it has finally reaped its ugly face that quarterback was not the problem. And I think that with the way that DC was treated, I think every single one of us owe him an apology. I think it was best that he did move on, because there has been a lot more problems here than just at quarterback. Play calling, coaching, These are two major factors. We were literally outcoached. McDaniels was literally outcoached by Mike Tomlin, which is kind of exactly what I expected anyway. Mike Tomlin is a much better head coach, and he's also a lot more experienced than Josh McDaniels is. And to me, it kills me, man, to see that we drop a game like this when literally Pittsburgh took their foot off the gas. They made plays when they needed to make plays, and they held on to the ball. And then not only on top of that, but the penalties. The Raiders keep making penalties over and over and over again in key moments of this game where they give the other team the first down. I don't want to hear any more excuses for anybody on this team. Max Crosby is literally out there playing by himself most of the time. The defense did step up this week compared to last week, but it's still not enough. Our offense, we still can't score or average more than 17 points a game. We have Devontae Adams, we got Josh Jacobs, Jakobi Meyers looks great, but we can't get more than 18 points. We're not going to win games like this, especially being in the division that we're in the AFC West, where we have Kansas City. And Kansas City is the ones that we have to literally compete against. The Chargers, luckily, have fallen to 1-2. Denver looks like a fucking dumpster fire, which, hey, at least we're not at the bottom of the division. But man, this year was supposed to be so different, especially with the big hype train that came behind this team because Jimmy Garoppolo came over here, and then we got all these, we got Jakobi Meyers, and then we re-signed Josh Jacobs there, toward the end of preseason. The hype game was starting to go on. And we went and got Marcus Peters, and we got Marcus Epps, and everything was supposed to be golden, and here we are falling again, flat on our face, watching our coach not make adjustments in the second half, watching this guy pretty much take his ego, put it on his shoulder, and not do a single solitary thing to make it better for this team to move forward, to actually gain a W and commit to excellence. And that's what bothers me. It doesn't matter what, I said it on the last live, doesn't matter what pieces you have on the field if the coaches can't coach. And it's showing me right now that the coaches don't know how to scheme. They are sitting there scheming on the sideline with a minute 25 left in the game. Why weren't you scheming beforehand? Why weren't you making adjustments in the second half? Why are you leaving guys in the game like Jacorian Bennett when they are obviously quitting in the middle of plays? And I know I'm not the only one that's seeing this. All right? You have to be absolutely fucking blind to not see what the rest of us are seeing, which is we're supposed to be second year into a scheme by a head coach who was a wonderful offensive coordinator in New England. Not a very good coach in Denver, but was a very good offensive coordinator in New England who brought over this complicated scheme. These mostly are players who are playing in the scheme for their second year. Aren't they supposed to be getting better at it? To me, it doesn't look like they're getting better at it at all. What I am seeing is that these guys look confused. Sometimes they don't look like they know what they're doing out there. You got Josh McDaniels looking like red as a beet, standing on the sideline. You see what I'm saying? Because he knows they're not executing like they should, at least not from the way he was, hoping that Patrick Graham designed this plays. But ultimately, this game wasn't on the defense. They gave up key plays, yes, but this falls ultimately on our offense. And how are we supposed to do anything? Honestly, this really falls on our offensive line. It falls on our offensive line. I don't know if I can stick it to Jimmy Garoppolo on this one. Jimmy Garoppolo was under duress all game long. That's why he had to take off running those couple times. I don't think there's a single quarterback in the league that if you ain't got wheels like Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson, you're not gonna, or Jalen Hurts, you're not gonna be able to get away from the way this offensive line is collapsing. The offensive line, man, is showing us that they'd rather be matadors than be blocking any defensive line or linebackers in the NFL. Dude, there were so many times we saw the running backs get hit in the backfield this game. So many times when Jimmy Garoppolo hiked the ball that there was already somebody right there in his face. When Mika Fitzpatrick came in there and lit him up like a Christmas tree, he was untouched. He was untouched. For real, bro. Like, what in the hell did we just witness? And because I want to know what in the hell we just witnessed, Raider Nation, I can't ask, like, I'm not going to be able to ask about that. I mean, I can sit there and ask all the questions I want. But you know who I'm pretty sure has got questions? All of you. So here's the link. Come on in, man. I want to hear your questions too. Please jump in here. And this is for anybody and everybody in my chat. Anybody and everybody who is watching right now. Please feel free. You can be the next guest on the Raider Critique. Come share your displeasures with me. Andre James was killing me, bro. Let me shut out the chat, man, while I got everything up in here. If you guys want to come on in, you know the link's right there. Afakasi, man, it's good to see you, brother. Thank you for stopping in. My beautiful wife, Dizzy, it's good to see you, babe. We got my brother Raider Pena, man. Great to see you, brother. Michael Fishing, man. Good to see you, bro. Hey, man. Thank you for dropping in. And then we got Raiders we got Raiders 07, man. I'm hearing Jimmy G getting checked for concussion. Yeah, well, dude, that hit was brutal, bro. That hit was brutal, man. It's that dude untouched. Literally didn't protect him. And Andre James out there looking like a deer in headlights, bro. I don't know if Mark Davis isn't interested in winning or whether he's just more interested in selling tickets. I can tell you what was really disgusting, which I'm actually really surprised nobody's come in here and talked about that. But, bro, our offense got to delay a game on us because the crowd was too loud on third down. How many different times did we get some type of false start or a delay of game because the opposing crowd was louder when our offense was on the field? It's absolutely pathetic, dude. We the people, man. Hey, thank you, bro, for dropping in, man. Yeah, the offense still needs to get consistent. The talent is there, though. And exactly. The talent is there. You have the number one wide receiver, arguably the number one wide receiver in the league. And then you have Hunter Renfrow and you have Jacoby Myers. Dude, this should be enough right here to make defenses fear this offense. And it's not enough. And we still have Josh Jacobs, and we also still have, dudes like DeAndre Carter who are showing that they can also be a weapon. Austin Powers, good to see you, bro. What the hell? It's good to see you, man. Hey, don't forget to like, sub, and hit that bell for notifications. See if there's anybody in here. What's going on, Art, man? It's good to see you, brother. For sure, he will have a losing record playing for this staff. And a lot of us aren't happy with the coaching staff, man. Circus, man, it's good to see you, brother. Thank you for dropping in. Hey, what's going on, Steeler? Hey, good game. I'm not going to say y'all got lucky. Y'all got a better coach. You should have whooped your ass, but it didn't happen. Dirty 30, man. Hey, it's good to see you, bro. Yeah, hey, Dylan Parham, bro. Dylan Parham getting bullied just like last year. Let's go, man. And Navy vet, man, it's good to see you, brother. Thank you for dropping in, dude. And, hey, I gotta post that up. His haircut is so fugly. We already know who you're talking about. But man, I don't know how much more of this I can take. I'm trying everything I can not to blow my top when it comes to this football team. You know, and it's just, it goes to show that a lot of people out here have had a lot of faith in this coaching staff. And I think that a lot of us who have had our speculation and skepticism about this coaching staff, I think that that was definitely warranted. All right, we had every reason to feel that way. And now there's not a single one of y'all out there, man, that can tell us that we were wrong, that we had a bad feeling about this. So I don't want to hear any more excuses. What I would like to hear, though, is that, hey, I want to apologize for being such a dick to some of the people out there who had a different opinion than you. All right? Don't hate us because we didn't drink the corporate Kool-Aid, bro. Don't hate us because we saw shit, we smelled shit, and we called shit. And now we're 1-2. We can turn this thing around. But unless we figure out what's going on the offensive line, and unless they can figure out how to block somebody, bro, it doesn't matter what quarterback we got back there. He's dead meat. He's dead meat. And this coaching staff needs to learn how to coach and adjust. Because if not, bro, if not, hey, Afakasi, jump in here, man, in 5 minutes. I would love to see you in here, because if not, I'm going to go ahead and end this live. I'm already sitting at about 23 minutes, and you guys already know when it comes to these post-game reviews, I don't normally go till about 30, 35, 40 minutes. But, you know, oh, it's Jerry, bro. Fuck, man, I keep fucking that up. You know what I mean? You and him got kind of similar names in the chat rooms too, which is it's really weird. But I always know you guys on Instagram because your names and your pictures are right there, so it's easy that way. Not to mention, bro, yeah, there's how much more do we have to endure before finally something something happens? Now, you know, there was this article I read on Reddit, dude. And I read it earlier this year, and it was back from 2011. And it's honestly why I haven't really wanted to be super negative about a lot of things that go on with this team. Because in all actuality, man, my brother Afakasi's in here. But in all actuality, man, you know, after I read that article, it pretty much stated, you know, and this was back in 2011, that they were going to make sure that this team failed to where they were going to be able to remove Mark. And I honestly see that happening. I saw that's kind of what I saw happening when I saw McDaniels and Ziegler get the job here. Because so un-Raider characteristic, like, we hired Patriots, dude. And to me, it seems like that Mark Davis is more into the if we can't beat them, join them mentality than the Al Davis of I'm going to win my way. And I'm not going to take any consideration from what anybody else has got to say about it. And it's not working out. I think Mark Davis's job is on the line if we don't start winning. And because I have a hard time respecting the guy, but he's still Al's son. And I want the best for him, man. I definitely don't want this team going to somebody who has no idea, who has not lived through this Raider legacy and know what it is to be a Raider. I don't want us to be owned by a whole bunch of corporate bigots like Denver is. Or how about who's Washington? A whole bunch of CEOs, man. I don't want that. And I don't think any of us really want that either, because if we're calling for that, all right, a lot of us also called for Derek Carr to be gone, and also for Josh McDaniels to fucking have everything riding on him and sit there and stick our nose straight up his ass, bro. And look at where it's got us so far. A lot of us are backpedaling. What you got to say about it, brother?
Backpedaling. We're making every excuse in the book, right? Look, very disappointing. We really need this to win this game as a momentum builder, as well as being our home opener. We played a Steelers team that on paper we should be better than, and we didn't come away with the win. And it just, I don't know, man. Like, I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to give these guys a chance, but I mean, I'm looking at McDaniels, the offensive guru, right? I mean, with all these weapons at his disposal, and we haven't even scored over 20 points the last 3 games. I mean, going back as far back as the regular season, I mean, we got washed like in the last game against the Chiefs. So that's 4 games of what we haven't scored more than 20 points. I don't know, man. Like,
how do we expect to compete with teams like the Chiefs if we can't put up more than 20 points a game?
The Chiefs, right?
Dude, they're going to be doing ring around the rosy on us while damn near every play of the game at this rate. Right. We're not going to be able to compete against the Chiefs, and that sucks.
I did highlight before the season. I was fearful that this season might be a rough ride, being that a lot of our defense is young and unproven. But I was hoping the offense could at least be better. I mean, on paper we should be pretty decent, but we're just not getting it done. I mean, it's not all Jimmy G. I mean, the offensive line hasn't been like, pass protection had been good in the last 2 weeks. Today it was a little spotty to say the least, but you know, run blocking still was struggling. Josh Jacobs hasn't gotten going. Where Jimmy G's eyeballing Devontae Adams and Jacoby Myers and not looking at anybody else. I mean, once again, I don't. Did you notice it? How many times Hunter Renfrow was getting open, not even getting looked at? I saw 2 occasions. One specifically was on the interception where he was coming across on a post route. He had nothing but the green grass all the way to the end zone because the safety had gone this way, and he'd cut inside on the post route. No one was there, didn't even look at him. That was twice, and not just those 2 routes. There was many others where it was just like,
Trey Tucker.
Look at him. Look at him and get him the fucking ball instead of force feeding it to Devontae Adams and almost getting him friggin' killed. How many times did that happen this game?
Yeah, and dude, Trey Tucker wide open down the slot, man. Right down the middle, right in the end zone, and Jimmy G dumps it down. We complain so much about Derek Carr being captain check down. And that's literally what Jimmy G has been this whole damn time. But, you know, I can only understand why he's doing it. When you got dudes like Andre James just completely missing blocks, and fucking Jermaine Illuminor, oh my fucking God, man. I've been complaining about that dude since last year, and it doesn't look like it's going to change anytime this year. Jermaine Illuminor is a fucking fat waste of space. All that shit he talked on Twitter. Keep your fucking fat mouth shut and learn how to block. Oh my fucking God, dude. Why did we get rid of Brandon Parker when fucking Jermaine Illuminor is literally just as bad? I mean, I know Parker pretty much went on IR and then we just pretty much released him. But yeah, damn, dude. You know, it's like, what the fuck? Why can't we ever get this right? You know, I mean, we build up in one area, so we build up in wide receiver. We keep building up in wide receiver. We watched us do it all offseason. We had like,
how many wide receivers did we sign?
Exactly.
8, 9, 10?
Yeah,
it's like a never-ending, like, oh, let's just sign this receiver, that receiver, this. It's like, well, what about addressing some of the other holes that we glaringly have? Like interior?
Right. How about linebacker? How about defensive line? How about offensive line? It's just, wow, what are they doing? You know, and then 3/4 of the guys that we've drafted aren't even suiting up to play. Amari Burney wasn't there. Aiden O'Connell wasn't there. Man, Aiden O'Connell sure could have been used this game.
Bernay is nowhere near ready.
No,
it's
he's
going
nowhere
to take him
near
time
ready.
at the very least. He might not even get there. I don't know. Another one of these project guys. You know what I mean?
Right. And where's Byron Young? When our defensive line's not getting any push, where's Byron Young? Is he coming in the game?
4 defensive tackles in the last 2 years, and none of them panned out yet. Some were saying this coaching regime has far greater scouting team than the last regime.
That part. Why does Jimmy G throw a ball like a duck? Yeah, that one to Devontae Adams was absolutely terrible looking. I'm so glad Devontae has got sure hands, bro, because if that would have been like, say, Darius Hayward Bay, that shit would have got bounced up in the air and picked off. Thank God he had sure hands. I don't know if everyone in the house needs to go. I know that if I'm looking at somebody right now, if I'm looking for a scapegoat, if I'm Josh McDaniels, Mick Lombardi, bro, you might be on the chopping block. I think, honestly, if we keep playing the way that we're playing, if I'm Josh McDaniels and I'm trying to save my job, and even then again, or if I'm just trying to like really fuck this all up, I'm firing my offensive and defensive coordinator this year. You see what I mean? Because it's gotten that bad when it comes to watching this team play. No, we're not Denver, but
coordinator even a thing, or is it just Josh McDaniels doing his thing, or lack thereof? I don't know.
Or lack thereof. I mean, like Patrick Graham didn't do bad. I wouldn't say that he did horrible this game, but there has been times that he has done absolutely terrible. The Rams game last year comes into mind. You know, that was just a poorly called defensive scheme on that game, and it really seems like it's that way that, you know, during all the rest of these games too. It doesn't seem like they've learned from their mistakes.
Tell you what was a big momentum killer for us, which could have gone the other way. If only Peters had secured that interception and taken it for a TD, which he had green grass. I mean, those are the kind of things that can happen that can shift the momentum all the way to our side. But he didn't make the play, and then sooner rather than later, the momentum went all the way to the Steelers, and we never really got it back until it was like too late, when we had like little time to really try and make a last ditch effort to try and take the game away from them. But
well, how do you feel about Jacorian Bennett after what we've seen the last 2 weeks?
Well, there have been times when he's looked okay. I mean, we got to take into consideration he's a what is he, 5th round guy, 4th round guy,
like 6th,
and he's been thrown into the fire, trial by fire. At times he's looked okay, at times he's gotten cooked. However, there was one play today that I don't want to see that again. I was pretty pissed off about it specifically, and you know the one I'm talking about, the one where he got cooked for a catch. I don't know who caught the ball, but for a guy who's got 4.3 speed, the guy caught it, and the guy's running, getting some good yardage. Jacorian Bennett gave up the catch, and the dude is jogging. Oh, this guy's getting away from me. Oh, don't worry, I don't need to catch up to him and try to do something to stop him. I'm just gonna jog like I'm having a leisurely little stroll, like along the beach or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, hustle to the fucking play and make the fucking tackle, you fucking numbnuts. Come on.
I mean, that's what you get paid for, right?
You got 4.3 speed. Use your speed to try and tackle him. At least try.
Do you think the ankle is still bothering him? Is this why that we're not? Maybe this is why he's slacking on plays. I mean, I don't want to make any excuses for the guy, but if he's not healthy to play the fucking position, then why the fuck is he out there?
I think he is healthy. That one play is just that the lack of effort there. That's not good enough. That's very unbecoming of a Raider. You know what I mean? Where's that desire to, where's the will to win? You know what I mean? There's no will to win when he's just jogging, trying to catch up to somebody.
Is Faison like on injured reserve? Is he gone?
I think he's on injured reserve.
I mean, shit. I mean, if it looks like it's not working out, Why are we not reaching out into free agency trying to bring somebody in here, or maybe even trying to work in a trade? You know,
Well,
to me,
to be honest, as much as he's my guy, and sorry to cut you off, critique, like they might as well trade Renfro. Like I was right there with you, like when we were the loudest in the room in supporting Renfro, but it's just like if you're not going to use the guy and he's getting open, then what is he still doing on our roster?
exactly. Just save the cap space. Go get some money and go pick up somebody else at a position of need that we actually do need. Because you're not using Renfro to the best of his ability. You threw it to him twice. He made 2 catches. You've thrown it to him 3 times all year.
Right. And this isn't me backtracking with, you know, me and you. We were the loudest in the room saying, no way should we trade him off. Let's keep him. But the fact is that they're not even looking at him. They're not even designing plays to get the ball to him. It's like, what is he? Is he in Josh McDaniels' doghouse? Like, has he done some things like that we don't know? Is he? I don't know. Like, what is it? Like, why are they not getting him involved? Like, you know, I'm a guy on the couch. I have one look at the game. I don't go back and watch the replays unless I'm watching like other people reviewing the tape. But like, if it's obvious to me, surely these guys are paying millions of dollars. They can see what we see. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
And I think that's just for all of us, West Side guy. It really is, because I know I've been dumping my heart into this team since '91, and I've been doing this YouTube channel since '09. I am the longest running Raiders YouTube channel here. Doesn't show in the subs, but I've been out here paying my dues and taking my licks just like the rest of us, man. And we're loyal as fuck, dude. We normally don't leave. The real ones don't leave. You know, we had some leave when Derek Carr left. Hell, we had some leave when Greg Papa left. We had some leave, but not very many when we moved to Vegas. But it sure does feel like that a lot of us have left because we can't fill the stand with our own fans. In Vegas, we can't.
All those towels waving around, all those cheers made me want to puke. It's
those fucking
really
delayed game calls, man.
These away fans taking over our home stadium. Making me sick. Nauseating.
It's nauseating to watch all the false starts that we had and the delay of game penalties that we had because their crowd was too loud when our offense was on the field. That is motherfucking pathetic.
That's disgraceful.
Disgraceful.
Embarrassing.
And that's Mark's fault, dude. That's what he gets for fucking goddamn pricing the tickets so damn high to where us regular Raider fans, us old school Raider fans, can't even afford to go. I see all these other people showing up to the game. They're dropping thousands of dollars, bro. Hey, I'll go on here on the Facebook page that I'm a part of. It's the pretty much, I can't remember what the hell the name of it is, dude, but I am watching tickets being sold for like, I think it's Autumn Winds PSL channel or PSL room, PSL group, but they're going for over $1,000. Who the fuck wants to drop $1,000 to watch this team fall flat on their face like this? I damn sure ain't gonna drop that money. I'm not gonna drop that money on this shit. Why the fuck would I want to waste my good, hard-earned money on a product that I don't even want to see on the field? What, Jimmy Garoppolo threw 3 interceptions today, bro. This dude has not gone a single game this season without throwing a pick, but we complained about Derek Carr and all the fucking turnovers he used to make. Derek Carr would only have 14 interceptions in 1 year. This dude's pretty much got 5 interceptions? How many interceptions has this dude fucking got now in 3 weeks?
Wait, it could be 6. Did he throw 2 last week? Did he throw 2 or 1?
I think he threw 2 last week because it was 1, 2, and 3, right? So this dude's over here fucking playing Sesame Street, fucking counting 1, 2, 3. What's the fucking next week? 4 picks? 1 pick, 2 pick, 3 pick, how many picks is Jimmy Garoppolo gonna throw? Unfucking real. And I mean, how many times are we gonna let homeboy just get lit the fuck up, dude? Like, literally, this offensive line, y'all, was built by this regime, bringing in all these Patriots. Jermaine Illuminor needs to go. I think the offensive line coach needs to go, dude. Maybe that's our biggest issue. Maybe it's this zone. What are we running? A zone blocking scheme right now? We've never done well with a zone blocking scheme. I don't know what to say about it, man, but I know I look and I feel exactly the way you feel. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give this team's performance today?
A generous 4. 4, 5.
I was about to say I'll give them a 5 because the defense at least kept us in it. The defense was not the reason why we lost today. They did keep us in it. It was ultimately the offense's, the offense. The ball was put on their side of the field, man, and it was either going to make it or break it for them. And they literally shit the bed. Josh McDaniels, you're an offensive guru. Well, maybe you need to get an offensive coordinator in here who actually knows what he's doing. Because Mick Lombardi ain't it. Mick Lombardi's not it. And I don't care what any of these other guys got to say, man. But I'm going to be on y'all's channels, bro. I hear any fucking excuses. Don't expect me to stay quiet. All right? Don't expect me to stay quiet. I'm not staying quiet anymore. All right? And if you're speaking fucking rubbish and you're speaking gibberish and you're speaking nonsense, I'm going to call it as such. I don't want to hear no more fucking excuses. You guys already know how savage I can fucking be, dude. It can get a whole lot worse. So stop being delusional. All right? Let's hope for the best. But now, as we can see, we should expect the worst.
Right.
Stop lying to yourselves. This is not the Butterfly Rainbow Unicorn Raider Nation Club. And all you new fans, hey, welcome to the Raider Nation. You guys wanted this shit. Now expect it.
Well, us real ones, we've been through this before. I've known nothing but turbulence ever since I became a Raider fan, so this is nothing new for me. But I ain't going anywhere.
I ain't going anywhere.
It's win, lose, retire, Raider Nation till I die. It's not just a saying; it's a way of life. So, if that ain't you, then you can bounce. You know what I'm saying? But look, just one little bit of I'm gonna try and give just a smidge of, I don't know, positivity, if you will call it that. It's still early days.
And if I really wanted to be savage about it, dude, yeah, I've been talking shit in the chat rooms, dude. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo ever came over here to win a championship. I don't. I agree with Rebel here, bro. Homeboy gets a hooker for every pick that he throws. And you know what? Let's be honest, dude. You're already making millions of dollars. You got all these Jezebels, all these harlots who are selling themselves legally in Vegas, who literally are throwing it at you. Jimmy Garoppolo's not here to win a championship. He's here to get all that free punani. And he's not really losing out on anything. That's really all I can see. I mean, he was smiling on the sidelines, for Christ's sake, when we were losing. Now, we saw this before. All right? That's one thing I can definitely say about him, dude. He doesn't take this shit seriously. At least Derek Carr, and as much as most of y'all and a lot of y'all hate Derek Carr, at least Derek Carr wanted to win. He wasn't sitting there on the sideline with a big fucking smile on his face when we were losing. What's going on, Ern, man? It's good to see you, brother. Hey, I got the link in there, bro, if you want to jump in.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and paste them up again if you want to jump in here.
I want to hear Ern's.
See what Ern's got to say.
Right.
No more excuses, Mark Davis. Exactly, man. There should be no more excuses. You know, I'm a Raiders fan that's always lived in Tennessee. Hey, that's what's up, bro. What's going on, bro? Thank you for dropping in. Yeah, exactly. You can't win with a dumbass coach. I'm a Rams fan, but I believe in your team. I do see a team on offense that could be something, but you can't win any with a dumbass fucking coach. And especially a coach whose ego is the size of Andy Reid's belt line, bro. This dude will never accept when he's actually wrong. I think I about had a heart attack when he said, actually, yeah, that's on me. I was like, holy shit, he actually said it was on him? Wasn't that last week?
Who, McDaniels?
Yeah. McSweater.
I don't watch presses, so I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to sit through those press conferences for real, bro. Especially when the guy is like, I'm going to call him the coach of audible sounds. Because that's what he is. It's excuse me, it's just fucking nerve-wracking. I'm tired of sitting here bitching about it. I'm glad that I get to share the screen with you, though. And I'm glad I get to sit here and talk with somebody else about this. But am I the only one? I'm not the only one seeing this shit, right? Are we going to hear fucking Death Star report fucking make excuses about this fucking team tomorrow? Are we going to hear more fucking excuses come out of motherfuckers like, you know, Planet Raiders and fucking Mount Shitmore? Are we going to hear any more excuses? Because, man, how many excuses do we have to give before we finally decide, hey, man, maybe I should have looked at this from, you know, all aspects of the sphere. Now, of course, the season's not over yet. But, dude, we beat the Broncos by 1 fucking point. They got blasted today, 70-20. When was the last time you saw anybody score 70 points? In real life, that wasn't Madden football.
Right.
All right, and we barely beat those fools by 1 point.
Right.
That's fucking saying a lot, and especially how the way this team and how this fan base was boasting about how we beat Russell Wilson and Sean Payton. And that doesn't sound like much of an achievement now that we just watched them get a 70 burger put up on them. That's our only win.
And we only do make a good point. We only just scraped by them.
Exactly. And
when a good team like Dolphins put up a 70 bomb.
Yeah, and the Dolphins put up a 70 burger, dude. Unreal, dude. And we still, look, yeah, the Chargers are 1-2. All right? But the Chargers, the only thing that they don't have going for them is that their defense is giving up massive amounts of points. Our offense ain't scoring points. For some reason, just like it has been in years past, I feel like that our team is always going to be the other team's turning point of their season, where they turn it around because they get to play the Raiders.
What was Kenny Pickett's stats today? Just I hate Kenny to ask, but I gotta ask.
Kenny Pickett's stats, he was 16 of 28 for 235 yards, 2 touchdowns.
And no interceptions, right?
And no interceptions.
Of course, we make these scrubby quarterbacks look like friggin' all-stars all of a sudden, right?
Right. And then when we go by the play-by-play, you know, our first possession, punt. Second possession, touchdown. Third possession, punt. Fourth possession, interception. Fifth possession, punt. Sixth possession, punt. Seventh possession, punt. Interception. Out on downs. Touchdown. Field goal. Interception. You can't win a game by ending drives like this. You know what I mean? We didn't fucking start getting any points until toward the end of the damn game, except for the opening drive. For real? Or for the second drive of the game, not the opening drive. I mean, there's a lot of punts in there, dude.
Navy bet. I see what you're saying. On a positive note, we scored in the second half. Like, I saw adjustments, but they came way too late. You know what I mean? Like, we get things going when, like, we had 5 minutes to play, and we're down by 2 scores, and that's including 2 successful 2-point conversions. I mean, where are these adjustments like earlier when instead of letting the game get so far away from us?
Yeah. I mean, like, as soon as you saw that the game was getting away, as soon as they as soon as they got up by 2 scores, you know what I mean? Or at least until they scored the second time, the adjustment should have been made then. But they did it way too damn late. They didn't start making adjustments until halfway to 3/4 of the way through the third quarter. And that's just way too goddamn much. That's just way too long. An 80 bomb on Denver without Jalen Waddle. Keep that in mind. If that was without Jalen Waddle, and we're boasting about how we beat the Broncos, well, I guarantee ain't none of us boasting about it now. On a positive note, at least we scored in the second half. Exactly. Now, I will say that because there have been times where we did not score in the second half.
Right. That's why I said what I said before. Critique. Yeah, there was that comment there.
Yep. I bet the Dolphin fans are enjoying a little too much with some Football X videos. But really, man, I mean, this is just depressing. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here because to me, it just, I think I'm going to go ahead and sleep on this. I'd rather go ahead and get the video out of the way now. At least I'm not out here screaming, ranting, and raving like I was last week. But that's because
I kind of like that ranting and raving.
Man, it's not good for my heart, bro. It really isn't. It's really not good for my heart. But shit,
I was listening in on it when I was doing some work, and yeah, it kept me entertained. So I appreciate it. You critique.
If anything, man, what the fuck are these guys doing, man? Why do they make us look and feel like this every fucking week? Just God, man, this is so fucking deflating. You motherfuckers, man, you fucking piss me off. So fucking bad. God. But, hey, this is what it is to be a Raiders fan. If you guys don't want years taken off of your life, you new fans understand this is what it does for you. It gives you the wrinkles on your face. Also gives you, that's why I'm shaving my goatee, man. I got gray coming out of that shit. That's definitely from this team. That's definitely from this team. The receding hairline, definitely from this team. My blood pressure, my anger management issues is definitely on this team.
Check out Ernst's last comment.
Stevie Wonder could have saw this season. Well, at least Ern gives us something to laugh about because this season is completely fucking horseshit so far, and I don't know if we're ever going to rebound from it. If we keep
I will
like
say though, critique just real quickly on that, because me, you, and we kind of shared the same kind of sentiments and opinions throughout the course of the off season. I do try to stay positive. I'm going to try and give it all a chance to shake out, but at the same time, it's not so far. It's still early days. Isn't turning out the way we wanted it to, but the way we were fearing that it may turn out to be. With that said, it brings me no pleasure or joy to say, I saw this coming from a mile away. There's still plenty of time to turn it around, but
Yeah, but I would have never thought that we would have got beat by the Steelers. Nothing against the Steelers, but it's a second-year quarterback. Mike Tomlin is a great coach, and honestly, I like the way the Steelers kind of run with their coaches because they don't sit there and change coaches all the time. They've had 3 total coaches in their franchise existence. And that's, that just shows what type of dedication and how much loyalty and faith that they put in their coaching staffs over there. That's envious to see because we're changing coaches year after year after year. And then the coaches that we're not changing are complete fucking whelps that we shouldn't even be giving them the time of day. We don't keep the good coaches, or is it that we just can't get the good coaches? I don't understand. Is it a curse that's following this team that we just can't get good coaches? Or when we finally do get good coaches, something ends up happening? Hence what happened 2 seasons ago.
Anyways, critique. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna sleep this shit off.
Yeah,
It's already got me in a bad mood. But it's good to come together with you and everyone in the chat. Good to see everyone. Not good the circumstances, but at least gives us an opportunity to come together and vent, right? So yeah, you keep doing your thing, critique. Appreciate you, brother. Everyone in the chat. Take care now, and I don't know, just. It's early days. There's still time to turn it around, but I don't know.
Fuck it, dude. Before we go, hold on. Don't take off just yet.
All right.
Don't take off just yet. You know what? We got all these people in the chat right here. You know what I mean? I've still got 2 fucking coins to give away. You know what I'm saying? So why don't we go ahead and just fucking do a random here, man? And check out these Raider Nation coins right here. I'm going to see if I can pull up the Wheel of Names and see if everything has been saved. And if it has, then we'll go ahead and give away another coin. Now, how you get one of these coins, man, is you come in here and you participate in the chat. When you participate in the chat, you're guaranteed, if you hit me up on Instagram at the Raider Critique, I can get you one of these patches. If you get one of these patches from me, man, that qualifies you into getting one of these Raider Nation Challenge coins that Apokasi is holding up in front of the camera right now. So I've got actually a bunch of names that were in here. You know what I mean? I'm going to see if hopefully I can find it. Oh, please don't. I hope to God that this actually works. Because it's not looking like that the name's saved, which means I'm going to have to go in here and do all these names all over again. You know how many times I've actually had to do this? Oh, shit, guess what? It's motherfucking there. That's what I'm talking about. So we're going to give away a goddamn coin. Just because if we can't be happy about something, at least somebody else can be happy about something. Right. Because, man, shit, if anything, we need all the damn help and, all the much, positivity we can get over here. So here we go. We've got everybody up in here. Now we've got these are the names that we've got so far in here for people who have qualified to win one of these Raider Nation Challenge coins. We got John Leon. We got our homeboy Aunt6. We got OG Daniel, Dirty Low, Bourbon Country Raider, Jaw Raider, Willie Wayne, Cool Kev, Brian Rodriguez, Raiderette for Life, Sven Teneman, Alfredo. Of course, we got the very optimistic and also very huge Josh McDaniel fan Death Star Report, which is Dustin. We got Raider Bob 85, Chris Nelson, Raider Brandon, Raider Zilla, Raider Kojo, Blake Allen, Raider Ben, Herman Munster, Brave Raider, which is Ricky Swearingen, Al's Ghost, Raider Joe, El Capitan Raphael, Darth Raider, Southside Raider, James Burpo, Richard Lyon, All Eyes on G, the moderator Terrence, Raider Alex, JT Money, and then Raider Fan Alex, which is, they're 2 different people. I didn't know that at one point, but I know that now. So that's why his name went in there. So we're going to give away one of these Raider Nation Challenge coins. As you can see, it comes in this protective case. I will send it to you. If obviously you're on this list, then I already have your address from sending you a patch. But if I happen to have lost that address, I will be hitting y'all up, whoever wins, on Instagram to let you know you've won if you're not in the chat already. So let's see who's all in the chat right now. Let's see how many of y'all are there. Let's see. We got Ern in there. I need to get Ern a patch. For real. Got Navy Vet 45. Navy Vet 45, man, you actually need to hit me up on Instagram, dude, to where I can get you your patch as well. Francisco Ruiz, you need to hit me up on Instagram as well, dude. Get your patch to where you can at least get in. I'm giving away 2 more of these coins, one tonight and then one later on in the season. But after I do that, man, the only thing I'm going to be able to do for you after that is give you the source on where to buy them from, my source, where I get them from, because, you know, I'm into sharing like that. So, anyway, let's see about this, man. Apicasi, man, who do you think is going to be the one to win this coin right now?
Before I go further, is Circus Raider in there? Is he eligible?
Yeah, well, Circus Raider definitely should be eligible. And that's the thing. But he hasn't hit me up on Instagram to get a patch.
Ah, okay. Right.
Some of these guys, dude, have been in here all the time, man, and I'm wondering how come they don't hit me up to get a patch. Motherfucker, I'm not selling them. I'm giving them away, bro. And it's not like they're pieces of shit. They're actually really well made by Raider Vic the Bad Guy out of Atlanta, Georgia. He runs Bad Guy, Bad Girl Apparel. Right there on Facebook, you can hit him up, man. And literally, you can get patches made. You can get jerseys made. You can get pretty much anything you want made through these cats. And they're fairly well priced, and it's great quality. I'm going to leave their link in the description to where you guys know. Oh, Rebel Raider, I should be too. I got a patch. Let's see who else. Oh, this is my social media. You know what, man? I'm gonna go ahead and add you in just because, Navy Vet. But you're still gonna have, if you win, bro, you're gonna have to hit me up, and you're gonna have to hit me up with your address so I can get you in here. You know what I mean? And plus, I still need to get you your patch. So we're gonna put you in there, Navy Vet 44. Now, and then let's see. There was one more, right? Wasn't there somebody else who said they were supposed to be in there?
Circus?
It's Circus.
I don't know.
And then Rebel Raider. I remember sending a patch to Rebel because JT Money, I know I sent her a patch as well. But then again, I might get mixed up. Isn't that Jerry? That's Jerry Tully, right? Yeah, I get Jerry mixed up with Art. Is that Jerry Tully? All right. Well, Jerry, didn't you buy one from me? Isn't that why you're not on there? Well, okay, yeah, see, that's why. See, look, yeah, there you are. Yeah, see, you bought one from me. I wanted to make sure everybody had a chance to win one. But you know what? I'm going to put you on there because you're always in here. So let's just spin this wheel and let's get this live over because I'm sure Apicasi is tired. So spin the wheel. Let's see who wins, man. The winner of the next Raider Nation Challenge coin is
Bantha?
This motherfucking Raider Ben!
Let's go!
Hell yeah! Raider Ben won the fucking Raider Nation Challenge coin. Fuck yeah, dude. You already know I got your address, bro. So I'm going to be sending it to you. And then, of course, you know, it got real close to Blake Allen. I've still got Blake Allen's glasses here. I have forgot to send them. I'm such a dick for not sending them out on time, man. But you'll be getting those soon as well. I redid the logos. What I was having an issue with the glasses is that the logos were fading out in 100+ degree heat in roughly about a month and a half. So I redid his logos. I laminated them to make sure. And before I did that, I actually tested it out on my own glasses to make sure it didn't fade out. And it didn't fade out in a month and a half. So they're actually still going pretty strong. So Blake, you're going to be getting your glasses. Raider Ben, you're definitely getting your coin. And I want to thank everybody for dropping in here to the Raider Critique, man, where we don't drink the corporate Kool-Aid and we tell the truth with intensity. And this has been your post-game review for Week 3 on the loss the Raiders took 23-18 to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, hey, and yeah, I'll get your info from Ben, Navy. I sure will, bro. And yeah, I'll definitely get your info to where I can get you a patch. And everybody else, if you have an Instagram, please let me go over here to the banners to where I can put this right there. You can follow me on Instagram at The Raider Critique, or you can also hit me up on Twitter at InGun421. So, hey, I appreciate you for dropping in, Apikasi, man. You're one of my favorite people in the world, bro, and I appreciate you dropping in here and at least helping me do this show. And I am I'm actually going to be having a new co-host for the show who's going to help me finish out this season. He's going to help me finish out this season strong. Y'all know him. I'm not going to drop his name yet, but we're going to make sure that we get everything together. And, of course, we will be opening up the panel for most of our brothers and sisters to come in and join us on the panel to talk shit about this team. And, you know, we'll see how this works out this season. Right now, it doesn't look good. The Raiders have fallen 1-2 going into week 4. And who's next? Who's next?
I think
is
LA,
it
right?
Who?
Is it the Rams or the
Is
Chargers?
it the Rams or is it the Chargers?
Are you asking if I know, or you?
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I'm lost for words. I did the whole schedule. I can't remember who we're doing week 4.
I'm pretty sure it is an LA game.
Let's see,
I'm just
week
gonna
4
check.
is- Man, let's see here.
Well, yeah, the Chargers. Okay, there you go. And
Chargers.
Raider Joe was
Another
saying,
LA
did we
team.
hear what Devontae said after the game? Did you hear what he said after the game?
What did he say?
I don't know, but he must
I
have said
didn't hear it.
something. If Joe's going to leave that comment there,
Hey, well, I'm
Something of
pretty
note.
sure that it's going to be all over. We're going to see it on Raider. We're probably going to see it all over Instagram. We're going to see it all over Raiders Resistance and fucking bitch ass Mitchell Renz and everybody else who likes to just go ahead and report on that type of news instead of reporting on how bad the team is doing and what we actually need to do to fix it, and then telling the truth to the damn fan base like they should be doing.
Resistance is pretty cool
Yeah.
though. That's Prez.
Who doesn't have time to wait? Yeah, he doesn't have time. Well, yeah. Well, dude, when he fucking came over here and signed, he straight up said the reason why he signed over here was Derek Carr was here. He was moving on from Aaron Rodgers. He wanted to come to a competitive team. I don't mean to holler at you, but I mean, shit. He's not changed his aspect or his thought process from day one since he got here. He's tried to trust in the process, and look at what he's having to deal with.
Right. He doesn't have time. He doesn't have time to wait. I mean, he's getting on the. I mean, still in the prime of his career, but the prime of his career is going to start dipping sooner rather than later. And a guy of his caliber and that talent isn't going to waste away on a team that's rebuilding for another year or two. So, if look, it's still early days. We still have time to make ground. Hopefully, it can be the case. But if we shit the bed again this year, I think Devontae will demand a trade out of here. I don't think he's going to want to stick around.
Well, I can't say I blame him if this is what they have in store for him. As well and as many times as he was targeted, there are so many times Devontae is getting hit low and high at the same time.
Right.
The ball is being placed in areas where it's going to get him lit up. And it's
Dangerous, man.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous. And then not utilizing Hunter Renfrow the way we should.
Even the commentators highlighted it. They said it on 2 different occasions. This is a situation that is right for a guy like Hunter Renfrow. They said that on that 4th down conversion at the end of the game. Didn't even get looked at. They said it again earlier. Didn't get looked at. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Targeted twice, 2 receptions. I think if the guy is catching everything that I'm throwing at him, I think I'm going to him more. You know,
But did you?
I mean,
did you-
he's 100% on
once
his.
again. Did you see those 2 post routes where he got wide open and there was nothing but green grass? Like,
Dude, Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't see him. That
Dude, he's not
offensive
looking
line
at
isn't
him.
giving- I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't see him, and I don't even think he's even looking that way. He is staring down Devontae Adams and Jacoby Myers pretty much 100% of the time. That's pretty much 50-50. I was really surprised to even see Michael Mayer get that 2-point conversion. because you hardly ever see Michael Mayer even targeted.
Right.
You know, the one of the interceptions he threw, Michael Mayer was targeted, and that's probably why he didn't look
like
that direction.
I did like that play call.
Yeah,
Incredible.
it was just a badly placed ball. Badly placed ball, bro. So anyway, man, we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Love y'all, man. Thank y'all for stopping by. If it's your first time here, don't let it be your last, man. Hit that bell for notifications, like, subscribe, hit that bell, and enjoy what we can possibly give out over here on this channel this season, right here on the Raider Critique, where we tell the truth with intensity, and we don't drink the corporate Kool-Aid. It's Raider Nation for life, man. If we can't win on the field, if we can't win in the noise factor in the stadium, the least we can do. And what's that, Apicasi? What's the least we can do?
Win the fight in the parking lot.
God damn right, win in the parking lot.